My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to SpellRogue, where we're going to be playing as Azar, and finally, using Loadout D. Loadout D is Vigor of Blood, the signature spell that accepts any die, and twice a turn will re-roll it and enchant it with Wound. Wound again says when spent in a spell, lose health equal to half the dice value, round it up. And then when this is depleted, it will roll a 1 or a 2. There's also Bloodwood, which is on a 3 to a 6, 2 times a turn, gain 4 block. If you use a wound die in this, however, heal 2 health. And then Leech. 7 countdown, 2 times a turn, deal 2 damage. On health loss, increase the damage by 2 this combat. Not for the next hit, but this whole combat. This should be fun. So let's set ourselves up on mutation stage 6, win streak of 5 so far. Come on, modifiers that help me lose health. Ugh, definitely not irrecoverable. Reduce non-combat healing by 90%. No thank you, not in a build where I want to take a bunch of damage. Inhibition can cast only 5 spells a turn. Not super keen on that either, but without those, I would have to take a bunch of others. Turn 1, all enemies gain 4 block, very easy. Shattered Spellbook and Scarcity, like, they're hard, but yeah, they're survivable. Turn 2 receives 6 Rupture. Increase the damage received on target for 1 turn. We would lose a lot of health with that. Baneful on enemy death, receive 10 weak. Sure, that's fine. I need to find 7 more points here that I'm comfortable taking. I really don't like hard limits, like can only roll 5 dice each turn, or any dice above 3 get destroyed, or can only cast 5 spells a turn, or the 5th spell you cast every turn gets muted. But irrecoverable is not going to be possible for us. So it leads me to believe I have to take Escalation and then Tempest, which is going to combo awfully with one another, because on turn 2, I receive 6 Rupture, and at the end of every second turn, I receive 2 damage. So on turn 2, that's 8 damage from Tempest. That's going to kill us. It will. It just will. Ah! These are not a great set of options for us. Receiving 2 sap on turn 2 is also going to make it very hard to defend against Escalation. We're getting to the area where I might have to take Inhibition. Drop Shattered Spellbook. Can only cast 5 spells each turn. Ugh. Alright. Let's see how it goes. Lose health from spells 15 times and roll 40 wound dice. Those are going to be very easy to complete right now. End of combat, heal 5, and Lights Lantern on turn 1, roll a 1, on turn 2, roll a 2, on turn 3, roll a 3, and then stop. We'll take Phoenix Pendant if we're playing with health here. There's 2 elites if I take the left-hand path, and I can also avoid going to that early shop if I'd like, and I probably do. Or I could go to it to try and see if I can pick up a health-related spell. I should defend for 3 this turn, which means using Bloodwood. Woo! So I'll take 3 damage, I'll gain 4 block, and then I'll gain 2 health. Upgrade Leech 2 times that turn. Upgrading it 1 more time this turn will enable it to do lethal in a single hit to the backliner. And then we can start baking the next hit. Oh, I forgot about the Tempest activating this turn, so we took another 2 damage. That's okay, we heal 5 when we leave this fight, so as long as I comfortably do, which I do, we'll be fine. Cinder Swipe on a 1 to a 2, 2 times a turn, deal X damage. If the target is attacking, also reroll the dice. That is the kind of thing that I can't really afford to take in a world where I have inhibition. Because ideally, you cast this just 2 times a turn and you get 2 free rerolls. But doing 4 damage to targets and getting 2 free rerolls is not something you want to do when you can only cast 3 spells other than that turn. So we want large impact spells. Let's take a reroll. Roaring Embers, deal 1 damage, increase by 4 for each dice spent. So I can spend a huge amount of dice in this, and at the end still have only casted 1 spell. That'll help. I'll take Roaring Embers. Also gives me something to invest 1s and 2s into comfortably. Not being attacked this turn, so I don't have to worry about that. A 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, all into Roaring Embers, and then just take out the front line wholesale. Costs me 4 health to do so, but I upgrade Leech a couple of times there. I do want to gain some defense this turn, so I'll invest in Bloodwood. Unfortunately, we're going to be leaving this fight with at least 5 health missing. I am rolling a bunch of wound dice at the absolute least. 1, 2, and then we'll take you out. I need some health gain that isn't just the Phoenix Pendant. Incinerate again. 9 countdown, 2 charges, deals 12 damage. But if I'm going to be investing a lot of dice into something, I'd do Roaring Embers instead. Let's reroll. Still really looking for things related to health. Glowing Visage. Gain 2 block, increase for 2 for each dice spent. And then when depleted, roll 3 1 to 2s, which is good for investing in something else. I'll take it over Charcoal Dagger, which is encouraging me to do many small hits to the enemies in order to ramp up Rupture on them. I can't do that. I am limited on spell casts. Yeah. 6 damage incoming this turn. A 3 in Bloodwood is great. We take as much damage as we heal. Roaring Embers is very close to just taking a target off the board for us. Should make sure that I can use Bloodwood twice this turn as well. Don't want Tempest to damage us, you see? Taking a lot of damage here. Leech is ramping up pretty well, though. I don't think I can take the enemy out this turn, unfortunately. Frustratingly common experience for us there. If I can get the gain health off of a lethal, oh, that'll instantly solve all our problems. What a joy it'll be. 15 health down from max right now. Flowing mana, pick up. Potion to reroll all dice, and there's Fragmentize and Flamestorm. Flamestorm again, opportunity to invest a lot of die into something, but not really in the way that I want. Fragmentize is pretty good here. Gives us the ability to invest into Roaring Embers or Glowing Visage much more. Definitely still think that one's worth it. Also, I think if this splits a 3 that's wounded, it'll split it into 3 1s that are wounded, which will each trigger a health loss and gain. Well, not gain until I have Vitality, the absolute least. Roaring Embers. I do want that to be my damage, so I will drop Fragmentize in instead. Oh, Glowing Visage, that is. Although I also do want Glowing Visage in there. Because ideally, Glowing Visage gets upgraded and when depleted rolls 3 1-2s, which, so Fragmentize goes into Glowing Visage, goes into Roaring Embers. That's only 4 spells cast. Ugh, that's 4 spells cast though. Fragmentize that 3. There's a bunch of 1s, baby. Each of those will trigger 1 health loss, but they will increase the damage of Leech by 2 this whole combat. Throw 21 damage at you, and then invest in my next Leech. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to leech enough to finish this turn, unfortunately. Oh, and I can't play any more spells this turn as well. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't like the spell limitation at all. It's really, really, really getting in me. All right. I'll be able to Roaring Embers and Leech this turn, and that'll get us through. Perfect. And that's also our first shard. First elite shard, rather. In a Rage, gain 1 critical for 5 countdown once a turn. And Charcoal Dagger, again, we'll be turning that down. I'm gonna reroll. I'm still looking for health-related thing. Gathering Flames, I can use a bunch of 1s in order to gain power. I mean, I am taking Chaotic Moment because it's really good for health. Damned Shield. Each turn, receive 1 power and 1 sap. But sap goes away. The power doesn't. Honestly? That's really good. I don't think it's better than the Shard for us right now, though. I don't think I want to upgrade Glowing Visage. I'm gonna give Chaotic Moment the ability to actually stunt the enemy's strength. Hello, Will-o'-the-Wisp, trying to deal 6 damage to us. Full defend myself here with Chaotic. And I'm just trying to set up a big Roaring Embers for this turn. It's exactly 33 damage. And Will-o'-the-Wisp goes down, so does your summon. We get 5 health at the end of the round for our thing. Combustion. 14 countdown twice a turn, deal 8 damage, then reduce its countdown cost by 2 this combat, and incinerate again. I'm taking another reroll. I'm looking for anything related to health. Just something. I'll take Incendiary here. I'm not going to use it, though. I'd love to gain max health. Oh boy, I would love to gain max health. I don't know if I can justify it if I'm about to go to an elite, though. I think I still have. I think I still have to try. Otherwise, the end of the game is going to be absolute nightmarish for us. Absolutely nightmarish, rather. I'm gonna pop these 3s into Bloodward to gain the buff to leech without taking extra damage here that I don't need to, and then invest in Roaring Embers. I'm going to continue defending this turn as well, same reasoning. And then if I use Chaotic Moment, I can prevent myself from actually taking 4 damage this turn. And no, I'll be in this fight long enough, the enemy is going to start multi-attacking as well. I'll take the 4. Plus, that's 2 instances of health loss for the sake of leech. Here's a Roaring Embers for 33 damage. And then I'll send... Can't leech at the end of that. I'm gonna need to start casting, counting my spell casts. I just don't think about it. Cast number 1, and then 2, and then 3 takes him out. Didn't even have to use a potion. Frenzy Potion, gain 2 critical. Hurt. Hello. On a 3 to 6, deal 9 damage, and then wound the next dice rolled. That's the ability to gain wounded dice. Thing is, I don't need that. I need my wounded dice to do things. Reroll. Burn Scar. Add a charge to a target spell. Can't do that. It costs me a charge to give a charge to something else, and then I'm gonna, use it 2 times that turn? I'm inhibited. Or burning both ends. On a 4 to a 6, deal 16 damage, and then also lose 3 health. I'm gonna take it. Staff Protection on a 5 roll, gain 2 block. That's gonna be a shard for us. I'm going to upgrade burning both ends to only lose 1 health. And then I'm going to sub that in for Roaring Embers. Let's also disenchant Glowing Visage, I think. And head into this fight. Frenzy Potion deployment at the right time is going to be very, very important here. Ooh, both of the Roots of the Forest have gone for a debuffing stance. Don't like that. Do not like that. If I stun you, I don't have to defend against you. And we'll be using at least 1 chaotic moment this turn. Let's invest 1 into that. Vigor of Blood now gives me enough damage to stun the Heart of the Forest again. And this turn we'll take 2 damage, and then if I really need to, I'll have the ability to critically kill. All dice lose 2 value and we're still good. Got 2 more spells I can cast this turn. We'll send Leech in. And then work towards the next one. So now with only a 6, I can leech the enemy. Obviously I should roll a couple more die. For the sake of rolling enough leech die in total. And then take the enemy out. Yeah, like, I'm gonna get health back, but I'm not gonna heal back to full, unfortunately. Pretty far off. 33 health. Yeah, we're back up to 50. Ether Wave. On turn 1, roll 2 ethers. 1 to 2. I don't really want that. Balance Mana Pearl. On turns that are even, roll an even value die. That would help me for the little bit of extra defense maybe that I want for Tempest. Sure. I absolutely dislike this build. I need to find something else. Because this one is not gonna last. I don't even know what I want to use that shard in at the moment. But I'll have the opportunity to sell a spell after I go to the next space anyway, so if I really want to get rid of Fragmentize, which is looking like it's near the chopping block, that'd be easy to do then. Or I can leave my options even more open. Oh god, the enemy's trying to do 8x2 damage to me. Be shame if I let that happen. Throw 4 into burning both ends, and then a 6 happily as well. Let's leech you, you're gonna apply 3 Vexed. Oh no. Take 2 more damage, and then finish the fight. I've also rolled enough wound die now that I don't need to just keep pushing that. Azure, gain +3 to all die. I'll take that over splitting 1. Superheat. Deal 5 damage, increase by 3 for each week on the target. Admittedly, that's 24 more damage on a turn that I've used Chaotic Moment at least once. I'm going to take that, and then we'll see if we can get more support for a weak build by the time we get to the shop. Otherwise, I'll sell it. -7 to the countdown of a spell. That's just the ability to cast Leech for free. Or toggle Bloodlust. As much as I want to re-roll here, I know the shop is in the next space, so I'll take the red candle because I would like to get to the shop and have the ability to buy 2 artifacts if that's possible. Tablet of Egg. There's Extract! Hello! Deal 12 damage if lethal. Heal 4 health. That's going to be great. And, in fact, the red candle will make it much easier to play that. Ghost Charm. On turn 1, gain a dodge. That's really good. Everguard. Gain tenacity. -2 block from spells. That's not good for us. And Spell of Anger. On any spell depleted, gain a Fury. Also not really our kind of thing. I'm going to take the Ghost Charm so that I can support my health. Vampiric Essence. Feels like it would be appropriate, but I'll be taking Extract instead. Now, Extract, you should go instead of Fragmentize into this build. And then you need to heal more health. That's your thing. And then I think I sell Fragmentize, Roaring Embers, and Superheat. Gain all this additional money. Is there anything else I want to do right now? No. Dang. I could have left myself with another spell and then sold it at the Sanctuary in order to get 8 more max HP. The higher my max HP, the more effective this Zar build is going to be. Okay, incoming damage is 8. I could Bloodwood twice. I guess that is what I'm going to do here as well, because I would like to keep my dodge for a later turn. Thank you. Reroll that one and then use that in Bloodwood for defense. In doing so, increasing the damage that Leech can do. And then Leech can deal 8 by itself to the spitting grub in the back line. I will use a Zor Potion this turn as well then. Another 3 into Bloodwood. And a 6, a 2, and 2 1s going to extract, and I can't cast it this turn. This is a tiny, 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 tiny part of my screen. There's 0 out of 5 here, compared to the effect of not being able to cast anymore. Be maybe just a touch more visible, maybe? Let's extract you. And then I just need to heal. Which is probably best accomplished through 2 chaotic moments this turn. Okay, I throw Leech at the enemy for 14 damage here. And then if I ignite... Yeah, this'll do it. If I ignite the Leech, I can do another 14, and then extract for the 12, healing back up by 8, and then another 5. Okay, we are actually healing now from fight to fight. We get another split potion to replace the Azure that we lost. And Phoenix Blast. Deal 12 damage if the target is weak. Roll a die. I'm gonna reroll. Still looking for anything that triggers on health loss. Ashen Plating, gain 9 block, reduces countdown when you cast it. I'll take it, but I don't really care about it. Hello, Jin. So many things this lore are completely invalidated by one cast of Chaotic Moment. It's lovely. I don't think there's anything more that I need to do other than just Chaotic Moment and then burn both ends twice on this enemy. Hit you for 12 and then 16. I'll take 0 damage to you twice. That's a lot of big die there. I can use Chaotic Moment this turn to invalidate all of you again, and then the Illusory Djinn will just die, so I can avoid even having to hit it. And then I'll invest in my extract to have it ready. Oh, Vigor of Blood rolled high enough. Never mind. Will I be able to extract? No. Not this turn. Oh. There goes the final Chaotic Moment, and I'll set up the Burning Both Ends next turn. Unfortunately, the only way to check which target I need to kill here is to accidentally possibly risk killing one of them. Welp. It wasn't the frontline Jin. But that did count as a kill. So now I'm weakened. Okay, I will be taking damage this turn, but I am now set up to actually be able to extract appropriately. First, we extract one of them and see if the fight ends. And then when it does, we lead the fight. There's the gold. New spell, Superheat is back. There's Combustion too, I'll take the reroll. And don't care about any of those. Charged Necklace for 15 damage to a random target on turn 1 is significantly less powerful than just gaining an additional slot right now. Definitely offering Cinder Swipe in order to gain some more max HP. More room to play. Okay, burning both ends. Can't do it. I can get that Imp Hatchling close to dying? Take that one out without extracting it. So that I don't just roll a bunch of 2s and 4s this turn. Oh, cool, I would have given 2 power. I also would have given that 2 power to the Imp, which then, when it died, would have given it to the Devil Spellcaster, which could mean pretty annoying. Only cast 2 more spells this turn. One of them's obviously got to be Chaotic Moment. One of them's got to be Bloodwood. May ignite as many of my spells as you should like. $17 damage is going to be blocked entirely just by my dodge. Woohoo, yaha. And I'll get ready to send the extract out there via the red candle. Take the 8 HP out of you, another 5 from my Phoenix Pendant, move on again. Burn, Scar, and Wildfire Explosion. Again, I'm re-rolling. And again, I'm offered things that are not related to health loss. I just want things related to health loss, please. Come on. It'd be so good. Easy Chaotic Moment to avoid all incoming damage this turn. well, from the enemies. I do want to focus on just trying to get one target straight up off the field as soon as possible. I think the Crone of Birth there in the middle line is our most likely target for that. Single burning both ends and an extract will take you out this turn. And there's both ends. Here's the extraction. 8 health and 10 weak for me. That's okay, I'm just going to use the rest of this to defend. Erotic and Bloodwood. Now I'm only taking 0 damage this turn. I even get to keep my dodge. Chaotic Moment gets us pretty far in defense here, but I'm still going to be taking 2 damage. Crone of Growth is going to be pretty easy kill next turn, though. Gold extract. Ooh, now you're scary going for a multi-hit right now. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. I'm not gonna be able to do an especially large amount of thing about that. Well, at least Leech is now very powerful. That's just enough, I think, to put a 2 and then a 2 into Leech, and then make this attack for critical, and then do 60 damage in a single hit. I don't get much health out of the end of that, but we do finish that elite fight. Another spell, hurt for wounding die, but not for gaining benefits from that, and then Inferno for Banefire. Let's reroll, and Charcoal Backdraft. Apply 2 damage and 4 Rupture to all enemies. I mean, that's kind of cool. I'm not going to be using it, but it is kind of cool. Cube of Darkness or a Shard. Let's enchant that Phoenix Blast. Charcoal Backdraft actually seems like it'd be pretty cool in this fight. The only thing is it also doesn't do much damage at all to anyone. In this fight, I am going to need defense, and this fight's going to go pretty long, so I imagine Ashen Plating actually turns out to be pretty useful for us. Fights don't usually go that long for me, though, so I'm tempted to give it an upgrade for its countdown reduction. Though it's probably getting destroyed next floor and having that shard shifted elsewhere. 9 incoming, cool. I mean, Obviously, just cast Ashen Plating this turn would be ideal. Five, 3, and 4 over there. Heck, I'm going to invest a 1 to get it ready to cast again. 7/2 coming in by the enemy. I do still have to defend this turn, so I don't have to worry about losing my dodge to the Tempest. But a single chaotic moment. I kind of want to cast Ashen Plating, just decrease its cost again. So I will. And then I'll throw this 5 into burning both ends. And you know what? I can decrease the cost of Ashen Plating again with the red candle, and I will do so. 5th spell cast that turn, and now Ashen Plating only costs us 5 to gain 9 block. And then it'll be 3 for the block after that. Wow, I'm given a 5 and a 3. I'll take it. Now Ashen Plating only costs 1. Before there's multiple heads out on the field, this is definitely important. I don't want to use all my chaotic moments while it's just the green Hydra head here. Have just enough to extract for the kill here. Right, of course. Yeah, I forgot. And then the Tempest is going to take away my dodge. Oof. I forgot the enemy was going to be a minion, so it doesn't count for the sake of extract, even in this fight. Heroic moment for my health. Yeah, I'm just gonna get blown up. The frontliner, Bleach is now 20 damage. Very easy to invest in. In fact, if I split the damage there, I can then use Leech to finish off that turn. And then what? I've got one more spell I can cast? Yeah, that'll be another Ashen Plating. Okay, taking down the next 3? This is going to be interesting. I've got one chaotic moment left. Kind of feels like I need to use it this turn. Then an Ashen Plating. And then I can invest in my first Leech. Because I'll be casting Leech 2 times next turn. Here goes the setup for time number 1, and then time number 2. And then if I use Ashen Plating twice, I can only take 1 damage this turn. Unfortunately, I'm also weakened. But this is not really a primary offensive turn for us anyhow. Also, wow, look at that roll. 2 1s are going into Ashen Plating, definitely. I roll with Vigor of Blood a couple times there to see if I can get anything going on with Bloodwood, but no. I'm going to take 7 more damage this turn. Leech is getting really potent. Unfortunately, also very cursed. Throw a 1 and a 2 into Ashen Plating. I don't want to be double weakened next turn. And then I'll use Burning Both Ends to hit a different target. And then cast Leech for 38 against the front lines. Stop myself from becoming as weak as the enemy was planning on making me. Great! Leech is now exceptionally potent. If I can cast Leech 2 times this turn, which I can't, because I don't have enough die to do that, but if I could, everything would be working out. That said, I will be able to cast Leech 2 times next turn. 1 with the red candle, and then 1 with the rest of my die. And that'll be enough. I legitimately did not believe I was going to be able to make it out of that fight. We almost get back to max HP, 73 out of 82. Take some gold and another shard, and Hex Robes. Roll an additional dice each turn, but also enchant 1 with Hex, and Staff of Splintering. The first 3 rolled each turn are split into 3 1s. 1s aren't really that good for me, except for when they start casting Ashen Plating for free. I'm gonna take a reroll. Dang. Well, Shrunken Mana Stone, on odd turns, roll an odd value die, so I'm gonna be rolling die every turn. That's more common than the Exuberant Wand. Cast 12 spells. That takes me at least 3 turns to do. I now have way more shards than I can really afford to use. Even if I start subbing out, like, you know, Bloodwood, which is probably the most likely thing to sub out at this point, to be real. I need a shop this floor. There's no way to navigate except for a path that gives me a shop. Here's a shop, and it's relatively late. There's a late elite fight. I'm not going to spend a shard right now. I don't need to. I'm going to reroll the ritual unless it gives me Bloodbound Skin for 20% lifesteal on attacks. Unfortunately, that is on a 3-turn cooldown, and it's every second turn that I get to utilize the red candle, so I might have to hold off on using the red candle a little bit in order to make that work out. We'll see. Or gain 1 vitality and then roll a wound die. That one I will absolutely take, obviously. Wow. That's actually what I needed to do. Now, I'll cast Ashen Plating for a 5 and a 6, and then a 3 and a 6. Legitimately, that's exactly what I wanted. Now Ashen Plating is going to be much more easily castable for the entire rest of the fight, and I'll get Leech prepared for a later turn. All the enemies gain 1 power as well. If I absolutely need to, I can use Chaotic Moment. Let's burn both ends against this frontliner. Chaotic Moment at the end of the turn, I'll take no damage, and I get to continue scaling Ashen Plating's cost down. We're pretty close to being able to extract that frontliner to death. That'll do it. Can I roll this to be higher, or this to be higher? Dang. Gotta go for the extract, take out frontliner and heal. And then Chaotic Moment will keep me safe. Also keeps my dodge safe, which is very important to me. This is the last turn I'm going to be able to use Chaotic Moment effectively. It's plus the leech automatically. And then I'm going to extract the frontliner, heal back up by 8. Then at the end of this turn, I get hit. My dodge goes away on the Cosmic Spirit, and then I take 2 damage to Tempest. That's great. Gonna have to kill the Pylon of Mind, of course, first here. No real problem doing so. Let's cast Ashen Plating. Only need to do that once this turn anyway. So start working my way towards the next leech. Happy to leech that backliner. And I can start pre-baking my next leech. Leech number 1. Oh, I have to extract twice this turn. That'll work. Use the red candle to get exactly 10 in there, and then 2 5s to get another exact 10. Heal for 8, and then another 5 by Phoenix Pendant at the end of the combat. Heat Stroke, double the weak on the target. In a rage, no! Well, there we are, at least. Convalescence. For 6 countdown, heal, 4 health, unrestorable. Also gain some block. I'll take it. Better than Bloodwood. Come on, Ritual. There's the 20% lifesteal for 1 turn. It is what I asked for. I just want the ability to gain health. Honestly, gaining some block while I heal should be pretty clutch. Now it's time for some responsible shopping. 2 of these enemies are frenzied. That's okay, I don't cast that many spells each turn. No, you're sad about it. drop a chaotic moment on them. Also burn both ends twice. And I'll get ready for a later convalescence. Now that I have health to heal and damage to block at the same time. Start off with a wee bit of that. I'll use Leech on the frontliner just to set up for an extract. Actually, no. I'll use another Convalescence. And then a Chaotic Moment to take no damage this turn. Keeps my guard. And then it's easy to just 6 and 4. Back to full health. Now that I have Bloodbound Skin ready to activate next turn, I actually think I want to take as much damage as possible this turn and just set up for attacks. So I'm going to do exactly that. Start by burning both ends. Excellent. Then Leech sets up for the extract. Not even going to bother healing this turn. Maybe not even use the -7 countdown to a random spell. There we go. Let's get some skin this turn, and this will go. Big old Leech. Another big old Leech. Probably burning both ends into the mix as well. That rerolls way too low, unfortunately. Okay, so now I've got to invest in a chaotic moment. And then pre-invest in a later extract. Still haven't used Ashen Plating this fight. Extract that backline target. Perfect. And then again, start pre-baking a extract for a later turn. Not going to be able to use Bloodbound Skin unless I want to defend heavily this turn. I'm not going to be able to kill the enemy this turn either. Unless I want to not use my extract, that is. Fine. Even with the candle, I couldn't find a way around that one. It might have been if I'd looked at it much longer, though. Demean! Apply 7 to the weak to the front enemy, and then wound the next dice rolled. That's a lot of weak to apply. Blood Vortex! Roll 3 dice for a 3, and also lose 3 health. That would be incredible if I could afford to use that. I just still want to take it, though. I mean, I can't really afford to use Vigor of Blood. I'll take Blood Vortex. Why not? Hello, Voidos. Ah, of course. Can't just immediately re-roll that. That's 18. You know what? That 18 I think is going to have to get full blocked here. Street value of the die. So what, I could use like double Chaotic Moment as well as Convalescence? Woof. No, I think I just let the 18 get absorbed by my dodge. And then just accept to burning both ends on the enemy this turn. Start investing in Ashen Plating defense, though. Especially because that dodge is now gone. Oh, 12 by 2 incoming. Woof. Definitely going to be using Chaotic Moment this turn. If I drop a 2 into Ashen Plating, I can -7 it for the cast. Incoming damage at the end of this turn is only 1. As much as I could cast Ashen Plating again this turn, I really think I should be burning both ends for a while. Keep increasing the damage of Leech. So 20% lifesteal for a turn, eh? Oh, rolled 3 additional die, and that's going to give us the ability to burn both ends a couple times here. Got 2 more casts I can get up to, that's fine. I only intend to extract. Heal 8 health by doing so. And then maybe get the Ashen Plating closer to casting? Sure. Oh, they're both trying to daze me as well as strengthen themselves this turn. I see. Well, I'm going to be very aggressive in response to that. Use the Blood Vortex for the reroll. They have just enough resources to be able to kill one of you this turn with Extract, gaining an additional 8 health back. Let's roll Ashen Plating and Chaotic Moment this turn. Tempest, I'd still really like to use an Extract to get out of this fight. Each takes him down to 5, and that'll set up the Extract to finish him off. Hurt and Incinerate. Next space is a... Hey! I finally found one! Vindictive Strike. On health loss, -2 to its countdown, or upgraded to be -4 to its countdown. I really don't want to be casting additional things, though. That'll just mess up my ability to use 5 other spells. And then there's Heat Wave, weak to all enemies, and then roll 1s and 2s. I'll take Heat Wave. I'll head to the shop. Sap Life Force. Deal 6 damage, gain health equal to the unblocked damage dealt. Ooh, there's Tempest, though. Eventually, Tempest will be able to cast Ashen Blading for free. That seems kind of sick. That seems pretty sick. Up to 2 random dice, persists between rounds. On a 6 roll, deal 3 damage to all enemies, and Tempest. None of the potions seem incredible for us. Definitely want to sell Bloodwood. Extract should be sold right before the final fight. Obviously, I'm not going to be using it for a lot of lethal in that final fight, you see. Definitely taking Tempest. Staff of Lightning or Talisman of Suspension. Talisman of Suspension is nice, and I sometimes can't continue casting things, but even when I can't continue casting things, usually I can still invest the final die into countdowns. But with Extract gone and Ashen Blading very cheap, that might not be true in the final fight. I'll take the Talisman of Suspension then. We'll skip on out of there. Interesting. Hello, Daughter Beyond. I am going to exclusively focus on you if you don't mind. And if you do, I'm still doing it. A real rerollability available here. And I don't even have enough to cast Ashen Plating. However, I can get Ashen Plating down to 7, so it's castable with a red candle next turn, in case I do need to defend. Yeah, it seems like I might need to defend. Throw a Chaotic Moment out there as well, and that sets up for a very easy double burning both ends. And with this leftover 1, if I throw that into Leech, Leech is now capable of being cast with only a single die, that being a 6. Still not really what I wanted to see. Daughter Beyond is giving another enemy enraged. I'm just gonna have to keep my foot on the gas pedal then. The enraged enemy is now trying to gain 8 power this turn, so I need to have a plan to kill the Daughter Beyond in the next 2 turns. Thankfully, I now get high enough results that I can actually use burning both ends a couple times this turn. That's good. Can only cast 2 more spells this turn. Both of them should probably be Ashen Plating at this point. And I can move towards an extraction as well. One burning both ends, 1 leech and 1 extraction will take him out, and I roll exactly the die that I need to do it. Burning both ends hits the back line. Hang on. I do want to finish the fight. The problem with finishing the fight at the moment is I'm going to have to use 2 burning both ends. Unless... No, that's not close enough. So it kind of cost me a bunch of HP to get the HP back there. Oh well. Bit more gold, flowing mana is back, don't need it. Nourish Flames or Channel Mana. Both to do with manipulating the countdown of other spells. Not really relevant to me though. Take a reroll and Wildblaze Orb. Very good for manipulating the countdown of, because it deals 4 damage to a random enemy, hit once for each dice spent. Fickle Barrier does have, if 50 health or less, 50% health or less, rather, heal 2 health, but it still only accepts 2s. Pretty specific right there. Let's hit up this event. Apply 99 Mute to another spell in order to gain 1 power and 1 fortify. No, not especially good. Upgraded version, only costs 1, still probably not. Disenchant a spell to choose a random void spell. Let's do it. Let's get rid of Fickle Barrier. Tendrils. Apply 2 damage and deal 2 damage and apply 2 rupture to 4 targets. To 4 targets. Not randomly, but to 4 targets. So you have to choose your 4 targets here. I don't think I want that. Ether Echo, return dice with Ether. Still don't really want that either. Well, actually, Ether Echo might be fine. Eventually, no. It will auto-cast things. I don't want it doing that. I need to have full control over what I cast each turn. Dark Arts. Apply Rupture, and then increase Rupture by an amount this combat. And then Mana Symmetry, duplicate die. Upgrades to be able to duplicate more. Dark Arts is the only one of these that I can imagine even working with the modifiers I'm playing with at the moment. Hello, Chaos Angel! They're only going to allow me to restore 1 charge to each spell each turn. That's fine. Hit him with the double burning both ends. I'll lose my dodge to the incoming 20 for the first hit of the enemy there. I see what you're trying to do here. And it'll be fine. I'm going to do as much damage as I am capable of this turn. And that'll be something along the lines of burning both ends. Once. Of course. Well, send in a leech. Twice. And I'll start getting Ashen Plating ready to cast. So I do want to double cast Ashen Plating this turn. As well as get some chaotic moments in there if possible. Enemy has 15 blocks, so I have to push like 2 burning both ends through them before I actually start getting any damage in, so not really worth it that way. So I'm not going to be damaging this turn, I'm just going to be defending, which makes it much easier to use Blood Vortex. Rude! Invest a 1 and a 3 into Ashen Plating, reroll, and then it also triggers Tempest. So I can put a 1 and a 5 in there for another Ashen Plating, as well as decreasing its cost even further. And then just to finish out the turn, let's pop Chaotic Moment on the enemy, preventing their ability to deal any damage to me personally. And we'll even get that leech looking a little bit cheaper, thanks. Okay, now is a turn when we go all out aggressive. So I want to cast Burning Both Ends twice this turn, and Leech twice this turn. Don't need to cast Extract, which means I can cast Blood Vortex as well. Let's get the Lifesteal, and Burning Both Ends 1. Burning Both Ends 2. Leech 1, and Leech 2, and then I'll even get Ashen Plating ready to be cast later. $29 incoming damage. Like I care. Sincerely. Let's drop a 2 into Ashen Plating. And then a 5. Single 1 in Chaotic Moment. And then next turn I'll be ready to attack you with this 6 pre-baked in Leech. So I'm going to Leech you twice. And that's exactly enough mana left over at the end for Extract, taking my HP back from you. Although, also, if I just killed you naturally on that turn, I would have been able to heal as well. Courtesy of the Phoenix Pendant and only having 5 missing health at that point. Nourish Flames and Focused Heat. By 1 week for each charge left. Destroy random dice. And also apply 1 week for each die left. Why would I want to destroy a random dice? Huh? There's not enough of a destroy archetype for this character for this to be useful? I'm gonna reroll. Incandescence! There's the ability to gain some radiance. Unfortunately, that would still be more than 5 spells cast each turn. That's not really possible for us. Enchanting Effigy each turn, add a charge to a random spell. Yeah, I can't use those, though. My final build is going to have too many shards. If I take this as a shard. So I should just take the additional Enchanting Effigy. That is because Blood Vortex is going to get upgraded after I hop over here to the Sanctuary to Explode Extract. That'll give me a shard back, and then I'll use that shard to upgrade Blood Vortex to gain some additional power. And then I'm throwing Vigor of Blood back in the build so that I can actually reroll on a turn that is otherwise really bad and really needs it, please and thank you. So we're just scaling our damage through using Burning Both Ends and Blood Vortex. Not really Vigor of Blood, I can't really afford to use that often. This is just like, just in case of emergency. Ashen Plating is going to be our scaling defense as well for the fight. We'll eventually be getting 18 block per turn. But realistically, we're going to be managing most of our health through stealing it back from the enemy. Hello, Arcanex. Ooh, Arcanex breaking my stuff could be annoying. It will be, I mean. It's a rare opportunity here on this first turn to be able to use Ashen Plating a bunch of times. I'm gonna give +3 value to all die. And then I'm gonna cast Blood Vortex, gaining 3 power. And then all of the rest of this turn, I'm just gonna cast Ashen Plating. I'm gonna scale it as quickly as I can. At the end of all of this, I managed to defend my dodge on the first turn. I get 3 power, and Ashen Plating now only costs, what, 5? Oh my god, it's also got the bonus charge this turn, eh? Wow. Admittedly, I do want to do it again. If I cast Convalescence, that will also now cast the Ashen Plating for us. Cool. And I can pre-bake Convalescence and Leech, and... Really? I can't break open Chaotic Moment on this turn? That counts as a spell cast? Until repaired. Yeah. Broken shouldn't count as a spell cast for the sake of inhibition. I'm not casting it. It's broken. I'm repairing it. Ah, alas. Oh yeah, I forgot. I can actually keep that to the next turn. Thank you, Talisman of Suspension. Oh no. Wait, I only just realized the outcome of this. Any turn the enemy breaks my armor, breaks a thing, I'm gonna have to spend my spell casts to open them again. This is really bad. Wait, opening them didn't count as casting them for the sake of inhibition? Why was I stopped from doing it last turn? What? Alright, never mind, it's fine again. I mean, yeah, as long as I'm only losing one, that's fine. Let's open Ashen Plating. And then I want to cast Burning Both Ends twice. If I cast Convalescence, that will also set up Ashen Plating to dual cast next time I cast it. That's 4, 18, 22. So I'll still lose my dodge and still take 2 damage to the Tempest. So if that's the case, then I just go for it. Taking the damage this turn anyway. Gotta open Leech, gotta cast Blood Vortex for the extra power. Let's gain Lifesteal for a turn. And then I will Leech you exactly twice, getting you to change form. Then I can throw a single 1 into Ashen Plating, and in doing so, defend as best I can. We'll keep 2 3s for the next turn. Hey Arcanax, now you're not going to be blocking all of my stuff, you see, so it'll be much easier. Also, Leech has scaled a lot, so that'll also make it a lot easier. 3 in Blood Vortex. A 1 in Ashen Plating costs twice. And realistically, I just want to cast Leech as many times as possible. Which then also free cast Convalescence for us at the end of the turn. We'll invest in the next one and then end our turn. Here's the turn for the Chaotic Moments. Well, I guess 1 Chaotic Moment is enough. Thank you for burning a bunch of my stuff. Let's gain some lifesteal. Now it's time for a big leech. Ends, and then another big leech, which I think auto casts Ashen Plating. It does. And we'll cast Ashen Plating again for a little bit more health. Yes, I understand that you want to do damage, but me too. And I'm gonna do more. 3 into Blood Vortex, again, just for the scaling. Cast Burning Both Ends a couple of times, taking some damage, upgrading Leech effectively. And a 5 and a 5 in Leech gets us 73. Ashen Plating autocasts. Unfortunately, that will prevent me from being able to cast anything else for the rest of the turn, but that's fine. Our Leech next turn will take Arcanax out for a complete success on Ozar with loadout D on Mutation 6. We also have lost health to a spell 15 times and rolled 40 wound die. giving us 2 more spells that we unlock at the end of this. Let's have a look at them. In the Tome of Protection, we find Reclamation. Oh, come on! This would have been so good! Reclamation, 10 countdown, 2 times a turn, gain 7 block. On health loss, increase block by 1 this combat. Upgrades to increase block by 2 or to block for a larger amount instantly. Then we have in the Tome of Cubomancy, Mutilation. 3 countdown, 1 charge. Wound the next 2 dice rolled, and then roll 2 dice. You can also wound the next 3 and roll 3, or have an additional charge in it. Those are going to heavily support a continued Azar self-damage build. In the next episode, we're going to be going back into Lapis, but before that, I gotta say something along the lines of, my name's Rhapsody, the name of the game's been SpellRogue. Top left is a series playlist for all my content on the game past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations down below, and streaming past are the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays, and above the thank tier, and a special thanks this episode to Tristan. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.